Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to grand final day here at the Heartland Championships in Manawatū, in the beautiful heart of the Manawatū. We're at Colquhoun Ballpark. I'm Gary Rohe. If you're beyond the Dugout broadcasting, the game in front of us here today is the semi-final here on grand final to decide the grand finalist who will go on to meet North Harbour in the final. Out there, we've got Rotorua in the field. It is already the bottom of the first innings. And they are Manawatū in the box. Joining me in commentary, Scott Easthope. Welcome along, Scott. It's wonderful to have you by my side once again.
Morena, Gary.
We've already had the top of the first innings, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just throw you over to Scott to let you know how that went.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. We see number 5 shaped to bunt here early. The Rotorua bat started off with our lead-off hit straight back hard to the pitcher, who regathered and threw over to first for the first out. Pitcher then struck out the second hitter for the second out of the innings. And then we got a runner on one for Rotorua, but unfortunately a quick third out taken at the plate through a second strikeout.
So fairly regulation start to the ball game. We've now got Manawatū who have their first out as a strikeout, which was Keela Tātana. I'll just quickly run you through the rest of their batting lineup. After her is number 1, Tate Hitter, followed by Nikki Tātana. Deanna Paul is the DP. Angela Karodia, followed by Ashley Salu. Aria Webster Pahina. Nārongo Kaumoana Ponga. And rounding out their order is Macy Cribb. One down here in the bottom of the first innings in what I'm sure to be an exciting semi-final to see who goes to the grand final later on today. And Scott, we're back here at the Heartland Championship, mate, and I'm a big fan of this tournament.
Big fan of this tournament, Gary. Big fan of this ballpark. Obviously, after its shape up for that Junior World Series, but it's just such a beautiful ballpark and a wonderful host for today's Heartland.
Manawatū always put on such an excellent display tournament for us. And as you say, it's a world-class ballpark because it's hosted a world-class event in the Junior World Series several years ago now. So they've maintained it to an extremely high standard, which you'd expect nothing less from one of the best ground crews in the country here at Manawatū.
Yeah, you can certainly see that, Gary. I mean, the ground, like I say, the diamond looks beautifully prepared this morning.
Yeah.
The AstroTurf batters box is in pristine condition in terms of you can't see any holes or any rips or anything. The black paint around the dugouts, everything's just, the way it should be. It's
absolutely pristine. And in the bat is Tate Hitter, who is looking out at, from Rotorua, at Jade Croskery, and has gotten the second out in this one. Also a strikeout, so a great start for Jade Croskery out there. We'll just quickly run through the Rotorua defensive lineup. As mentioned, we'll start out at right field, though. We've got Taylor Gray at right, Rena Ahuriri at centre, Makoia Richards at left, Te Oriwa Ahuriri at shortstop, Jasmine Horn at third base. At second, we've got Shell Irving. At first, Johanna Nathan. And catching, Shashita Matthew. And out on the hill, as mentioned, Jade Croskery. Into bat now, number 24, Nikki Tātana for Manawatū. Slightly overcast here today. It's a bit breezy going from left to the right from behind the batter as you look at it. Not cool. It's still nice and warm. And
Gary, I don't know about that. It's a little bit chilly on it.
Oh, it's because we're from Otaki. It's always a couple of degrees better off down there.
I was walking in thinking, oh, man, there's a little bit of chill to that breeze.
Yeah. There's an inside pitch, just comes off the catcher's glove.
Good start here by Jade Koskiri on the mound. Gary, she is obviously peppering the zone. A couple of strikeouts early. 3 balls, 1 here, falling behind. But, good start.
It's interesting because I did manage to catch. I'm not eavesdropping in any way, but I did manage to catch the coach, Manawatū coach's last words to his athletes, and one of them was, "This pitcher likes to pepper the zone."
Lovely. Well, I didn't
so
hear
we've
that
planned for that. He did say we've planned for that. So
yeah, nice. And she's certainly trying to do that early here. Obviously, a walk not on the plan, but good looking action, nice and smooth and consistent. Looking youngster, only 16, 17 years old.
Good drop on that drop ball just then too.
Yeah, I had a quick chat to the father and playing out of Christchurch, based out of Christchurch at the moment, Christchurch United.
This time it's popped straight back to Koskiri at catcher, and there we go, the third out. So that's 1 innings complete. No score in this semi-final so far. We'll be back in just a minute with more action.
Being a Manawatū local, supporting our community is at the heart of everything we do. From the Aoranui Hospice, Just Silch and Replay connecting second-hand sports gear, we make giving back our mission. Thank you for all the great feedback with over 1,500 5-star reviews. It's a great reward for our team that their hard work is acknowledged by our customers. And now with the addition of order care, we're a one-stop shop. The team are proud to have grown alongside the community, and with your continued support, we look forward to the journey ahead.
It is North Harbour in the final, isn't it? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the semi-final here on day 4 of competition at the 25-26 Heartland Championship at Colquhoun Park in Manawatū. We're into the second innings now, and it is 0-0 in this ball game as we have out on the hill for Manawatū, Taylor Waitoka going to work into her catcher, Nano Ponga. Looked like a pretty good battery out there, operating pretty efficiently. We've already got one out here now, and that was for Rotorua, Makoia Richards. She'll be replaced by number 20, Te Oriwa Ahuriri.
Nice early out there in this innings, Gary, where you, as a third baseman, you get a little high chopper that takes you across the diamond, closer to first base.
It really helps with the confidence to get one like that straight away, doesn't it?
Yeah, you grab that, you're halfway there, throw it across, feeling pretty good. But
you've made it, put a clean glove on it.
Yeah, and as you say, though, Gary, like we talked about the first innings of Rotorua, pitcher peppering the zone, cross Kerry, but this Manawatū young lady's doing very similar things, if not.
There's a nice take out of there at second base. She got an awkward bounce there, did well to take it at about waist level. Takes the out at first base for 2 down. She'll be replaced by number 5, Rina Ahuriri.
And what do you know, Gary? Strike 1 through the zone. Already 2 outs, couple of ground balls early. Manawatū plan working early on from the defensive side of things.
At the moment, all signs are it's going to be a tight game. We've got a couple of, appear to be very promising young pitchers operating out there. And in this Heartland Championship, one thing I've noticed last year and now this year is you always get a good peppering of, I don't want to call the ladies old, but older, experienced players. Yeah,
experienced, good
and a mixture of youth.
Yeah, and that certainly looks like these two lineups
absolutely.
are good examples of that.
Yeah.
Geez, we're in for a quick one if they keep this up, though, isn't it?
Yeah, 3 up, 3 down. Yeah, fast and furious.
Yeah.
Well, I came down from Hamilton a couple of weeks ago. I was up there with the Under-17 Boys Championship, and we had a grand final that finished up at 1-0. So that was in similar vein.
Yes.
Lots of 3 up, 3 down, and a pitcher-dominated grand final, which I enjoyed immensely. Being an old school softballer myself.
The 1-0s.
Yeah. But, it's early to call that in this ball game because I know there's been some fantastic batting going on from all these teams at this championship this weekend. And some of the stats that I managed to have a look at bear that out as well. So there could be some fireworks a little later in the ball game. That's for sure. Yeah, but very, very strong on the hill. Her third strikeout in 2 innings of work. Taylor Waitoka gets the job done. That's 3 down here at the top of the second innings. They head back to the dugouts. We'll find out what Rotorua can do in reply in just a minute. A good game is a quick game, and this game is indeed quick. We're already in the bottom of the second innings. It seems like 5 minutes since we started. Manawatū taking on Rotorua here at Colquhoun Ballpark. No score in the ball game. Up to bat for Manawatū is Angela Karodia.
Just made a nice play in the field. The second baseman here for Manawatū. Make a play, get a hit. Let's see, Gary.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Confidence is high with this one. Swings hard at a pitch in the zone straight away. You know, the other thing that struck me last year and again this year, Rotorua versus Manawatū in the semi-final. Not two names that are synonymous in national tournaments usually. Such a fine thing.
But the beautiful thing about this tournament, the Heartland,
yes,
Gary, as to your point, yeah. Definitely, especially not just for Manawatū as the host, but Rotorua as a place that should be a hot spot for softball and has been in the past.
Absolutely.
So many people playing the game there. When I was a young fella.
The development, Scott, in Manawatū and across the Wanganui in the last few years has been absolutely tremendous, to the point now where they are indeed featuring in our national tournaments regularly, Manawatū, Wanganui, and producing some fine athletes.
Yeah, and these two areas, like they really have to compete as a sport. I mean, Rotorua is such a big host now of so many sports events. There's so many sports available in the Manawatū and Rotorua, to many young people coming up. That softball's one of those, and it needs to be one that has events like this that can attract a few more people to something, I guess.
You're absolutely right. I mean, cross different sports, that Waikato Bays area is now a hotbed for sport, especially over to Bay of Plenty and Tauranga and places like that. Yeah, it's incredible how big our national games, several codes have gotten in those areas. Another strikeout for Cross Creek. Keeping pace with her opposing pitcher. 3 strikeouts apiece now. Brings to bat number 25, Ashley Salu. Coming into bat for Manawatū. We'll just quickly mention our other crew out there. The Blue Crew, the umpires, which we're always so thankful for. At home plate is Mr. Ross Emerson. Tommy Downs at first base. Eric Horsham patrolling out there at second. And Dave Taiwhanga doing the role at third base. So a full Blue Crew out there for you today. Keeping an eye on proceedings. Our scorer today for Softball New Zealand, Lynette Leithart.
Gary, I looked through the lineups that you gave me, so graciously gave me before coming on here.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And I looked through, and somehow I missed the fact that Cindy Portai and Ashley Salu, I guess I missed that because she's reasonably recently married. But
yep,
a couple of big names down from the Hut originally, obviously living up these ways and, bringing some experience to these lineups. It must be so cool for the Manawatū-based girls.
Oh, incredible, and what a absolute boost for the young players in this Manawatū team to have that sort of not just local experience but international experience out there.
Yeah, that's right. Both with solid White Sox careers under their belts and and just from this tournaments perspective in terms of the quality that all the teams have. Awesome to see some of those names in and around giving back, I guess, because they could be anywhere else.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I presume if they were anywhere else, they'd be working just as hard because they, the love of the sport is there in abundance. Aria Webster Pahina out to bat there, number 19 for Manawatū this time. Has a cut at an inside pitch there. That's a nice pitch by Jade Crossbury. It's very hard to hit those pitches.
Yeah, I tell you what, that swing said everything, didn't it, Gary?
Yeah.
With all due respect to the hitter, looks like a decent hitter. It's a lovely pitch.
Yeah.
Something on the hands, you know what it's like when you're in the box and you put that sort of swing on one thing. You can throw that there every time.
Yep, if you're good.
I'm heading back to the dugout.
It'll be either strikes or ground outs is exactly what that catch is probably looking for from her pitcher.
Tough, but close pitch. You understand.
Well,
stall out early.
You're still doing your job when the balls are just missing because not all the batters are going to keep the bat on their shoulders in that situation.
No. Apologies to our viewers at home. I am all over the show with the count currently. I will update us. I'll get there.
It's a male thing, mate. We can't do two things at once.
Yeah, I'm not with you on that, Gary.
Yeah. Well, when I do the scoreboard, I'm absolutely brilliant. So you just ask anyone. There we go. There's the second on-base runner in the ball game, and Webster Pahina makes it down to first base, way down on the walk. She's going to be replaced by Manawatū catcher Nano Ponga.
Also, Gary, sometimes good takes. You take even some strikes are good takes. I feel like that picture where that was a good pitch on the inside.
Yeah.
You can only really get yourself out on that.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're just better off taking that. I can't do anything with that pitch. Great pitch. Tip your cap. Look something else.
Yep. And that's just an experience thing. Tells you that, eh? You think, well, no, that's not in my zone. I'm going to let that one go past. It's early in the count.
Yep. And for a lot of those, the elite game, I've heard lots. I've just obviously come back from Big Goose tournament up in Auckland from a men's perspective, but hitting off one pitch is something that a lot of players are talking about now. When they get into the right counts or early in at bats, they're letting everything else go by, even if it's a strike at some stage.
Yeah,
just to sort of get their one pitch.
That's right, and that's obviously the pitcher's job is to stay out of that hitting zone.
Yeah, stay out of the wheelhouse.
Yeah,
as they say, I guess.
Yep. And normally when you see them sailing over the outfield fence, it's because the pitcher has got it wrong. And the batter obviously has laid the right bat in the right place.
Yeah, and at
nice
these tournaments, Gary, we'll go back to the that sort of all these teams being based from all over, and a lot of the players coming from lots of different places around the country, obviously, to come here for this tournament. But they probably haven't seen a lot of each other in terms of, in comparison to, let's say, the Vic Goose, where I've just come from. Those pitchers are coming up against hitters that generally they'll know.
Yeah.
They'll know, and they'll have a plan, and they'll be working towards a plan. But sometimes it can be interesting to see what the battery plan is when you don't know much about the hitters.
That's right, yeah.
You're coming up against it.
Yep. And same for the batters themselves. This pitcher, Croskery, she's coming up from Christchurch. How many of these Manawatū girls, maybe the girls that have come through the age grades will have seen her before, but certainly a lot of the more experienced and advanced players probably haven't seen her.
Yeah, that's right, and that can be another one of the beauties about a tournament like this, is just getting that opportunity to see different pitching.
Yeah. This time the steel's on, and she goes there uncontested, stands up at second now, and it is Manawatū who, with 2 down here in the bottom of the second innings, give themselves an opportunity. One swing of the bat now, if they can get it out on the grass, anything can happen. Here we go. Croskery gives up back-to-back walks. And it is Manawatū putting Rotorua under all sorts of pressure right now.
Manawatū with some great plate discipline, those 2 at-bats, taking the right pitches and going deep into the account, and then getting sort of the reward, I guess, those hitters deserve for taking the at-bat that deep.
See the catcher come back to the dugout. The 2-out pitcher-catcher rule. Macy Cribb, number 8, up to bat. Bottom of the order for Manawatū. 2 down here now. The opportunity to cross home plate. First one in the ball game for either team. Croskery under a little bit of early pressure here now in the bottom of the second innings. This is a good hit. Oh, well fielded at first base. Oh, and she's let it go down. This is good. That error is going to score the first run. And it does, and it will lovely slide underneath the catch. And those little 1%ers, Scott, that you take advantage of those little errors, all of a sudden 1-0.
Yeah, tough on the first base. She makes a
good
play.
She made a great play.
Get to the ball and knock it down, and it was in the glove. It was in the glove. As we see a beautiful replay here of the slide at home, executed really, really well to beat the tag.
Well, Manawatū get their opportunity and they nail it. Off what was originally a fine piece of fielding at first base. Just a little error. She took the ball into transition. But once again, it was up to Manawatū to take advantage of it, and they did indeed. Runners now for them at 2 and 3. Back to the top of the shop for them. Keela Tatana-Paul up to bat.
And the scoreboard man is a rockin' Gary. We've had 2 innings, and he's finally up to play. Better late than never.
Yep, the complaints have been flowing in. Well, it's up to young Croskery now to see how she cross-carries, to see how she responds now. There's a high hopper out to third base. It's unable to be gloved. And Manawatū are now out to a 2-0 lead. Lovely piece of work. That's a fine piece of batting.
Yeah, you see the high hopper on the replay and the third base coming in. And trying to make a tough play. Charged it, came forward to it, what she had to do. But it left the ball in that awkward zone of tough hop.
Yep, she just didn't. There, this time there's a loose pitch. Goes to the back net and allows the runners to come around to 2 and 3.
An experienced timeout too. I got to say I like the call here from the first base to call timeout, take some initiative, bring everybody in. Hey, look, plan is this. Okay, these last few moments haven't gone our way. Haven't been what we wanted.
It's just a settler, isn't it? Because things have got a little bit wild and woolly out there.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're on a roller coaster when you're the fielder, and you feel like you sort of things are out of control.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a circuit breaker, eh?
Yeah.
Like you just need that moment, stop, reset, go back to the basics.
Two down.
Where are the runners? How many outs? What do we do if it comes to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's with softball, it feels like a long time. It feels like a long time probably for the athletes out in the field there since it was 2 down and 0 all.
Yeah, no
doubt.
doubt.
All of a sudden, in that very short period of time, you're 2-0 down. And what's been a fine rally by Manawatū, let's not forget that. They've taken advantage of everything they can out there to score 2 runs. And you've got to realise that, Rotorua 100% execution. They'd have gone back to the dugout 3-0 all. So, again, it was up to Manawatū to take advantage of it. Nice comeback this time by Cross-Kerry.
I think that would be the message to Cross-Kerry, the young pitcher on the mound. So at the end of the day, let's just quickly give you a little rundown here if you're disappointed, young lady. Full execution, and we're out of the innings with no runs on the board. But they weren't easy plays, to be fair.
Don't dwell on the past, though. You can only control what's in the present. And at the moment, in the present for her is number 1, Tate Hitter.
Tate's the younger sister of Jaden Hitter, who plays Hut City down in the Hut and
is pitching in this tournament.
Yep, that's her dad out there on first base as the assistant coach, Dan. Lovely family based here in the Manawatū. Probably exactly what this tournament is created for. Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of fills that middle gap for players that are probably not going to make it into NFC teams. And I believe that's probably exactly what it's designed for, actually. And just fills a gap in the program that Softball New Zealand have identified to help develop I don't want to call them second-tier players, but to help develop players that might be on their way to that sort of a career. Yeah, 100%. I think it has two huge bits as we see a timeout from the coach here of Rotorua. But I think it probably, outside of that, Tate Hita and Jaden Hita from the male perspective, they're both locals here in Palmerston North.
Yeah, wonderful.
So for them to represent Manawatū on the national scale, I know Dan, as the assistant coach over there, he'd be super stoked with this to see his boy, who is obviously pitching premier softball down in the Hut in Wellington.
Yeah, and both players have had careers in the Hutt Valley, but you come back, there's something a little bit, and as proud as their history is at Hutt Valley, and how proud as Hutt Valley's history is, you come back and represent the province you live in. There's something a little bit different in that for them as well.
Yeah, and there will be for Jaden. He came up playing rep softball for Manawatū, made a decision for his development to play some ball down in the Hut, but we'll love this opportunity to represent Manawatū.
Oh, this time it's hit hard and it's going to go foul. Down the first base line. Nikki Tartana it is.
Now, Gary, the question is, for all those at home, what is the count? Foul balls, that strike one?
Yes, I believe it was.
Get in.
Good to see you paying attention.
Yeah, just drawn to this lovely game in front of me as opposed to the screen. It's a good view from here.
It is. Wonderful view. This one's down the third base line. It's just made it into foul territory.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing the replay.
Oh, I thought it was fair. But,
Chopper.
The umpire's in a better position to me.
Chopped it now. It's beautiful call.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's gone the wrong side of the base there.
Saw on the replay there.
Yeah. I like the way he took a moment. Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, hard hit ball down there, chopped and just going left side of the base.
Ray, what a great call. I mean, we're ladies and gentlemen, our booth is actually on the third base line. My first instinct was that was a fair ball.
Yeah.
So, great call by the Blue. Back into it now. She's pop-flied it out to second base. It's comfortably taken out there, and it diffuses the pain out there for Jade Cross-Kerry. And they head back to the dugout. Manawatū leading the ball game by 2-0 over Rotorua. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. It is 2 innings complete here now in the Heartland Championship. It is the semi-final for women in there, and it is Manawatū taking on Rotorua. 2 innings complete. Manawatū leading 2-0 over Rotorua. Scotty, we've seen a very close start to the ball game, but Manawatū just able to ease into a 2-0 lead there in that last inning.
Yeah, and that's how quickly it can happen, like you say, Gary. We were humming along, lots of peppering of the zone, lots of outs. The game was going quickly, and then just a little bit of trouble capitalised on well by Manawatū. But I thought Rotorua did a good job to get out of the innings at just 2 and keep this game close. I think that, if there's a comeback here, that'll be important, that moment, to leave it at 2.
Absolutely.
And that brings to the plate Tali Tonu'u, who comes into this game, Gary, and she strikes out there with 12 hits.
Really?
Lovely effort so far in the tournament. Didn't go her way there, but 12 hits and a .632 average. Good going.
Wow, that is a huge average. So she'll be disappointed to get struck out there for her first at-bat in the inning, and is reflective. They're in the 3rd innings of the 3 up, 3 down that Manawatū have been able to maintain. That we're only now seeing the number 9 batter, number 4, Taylor Gray, for Rotorua. So normally, Scotty, you'd think, once you go through your order, especially if you're having a tough time with the pitcher early in a ball game, you start seeing more pitches. Normally it frees you up a little bit and you start knowing where the spots are going to be. So hopefully Rotorua are going to go into that and start getting a bit more connection, but we definitely saw that with Manawatū as they started going through the second turn at bat.
Yeah, 100% right, Gary. Second time through, as you say, we've talked about game plan from both these teams and heavily, leading from the front with strikes and that. But as a hitter, you get that second time through.
Yeah.
You not just understand the game plan from that perspective, but just what pitches are working. What does she find the zone with? How much off speed like that? Lovely pitch.
Off-speed pitch. That's a fine way to strike out and record her 5th strikeout here in the ball game. And just becoming, as we're into the 3rd innings now, very impressive, this young pitcher, Taylor Waitoka, for Manawatū.
Yeah, Taylor Waitoka had pitched 14 innings coming into this, Gary, and had done a pretty good job. She'd faced 60 batters, but I think Manawatū had done a good job coming in, looking at how much is on the ball for her. At 14 innings and 60 batters faced, they've dispersed quite a bit there. You can see the young lady Green has pitched 40 innings. Has faced 40 batters as well. So they've clearly spread it out a bit. They've got 4 pitches that they've used, and you can see in the stuff that she's got on the ball here, it's paying dividends.
Absolutely, and it's lovely to see teams being able to spread the workload. 2, 3, and in that case 4 pitches. That's fantastic.
Both sides were similar there, Gary. I mean, when Rotorua come back out, we'll take a look at their pitching staff. But Taylor Waitoka here with a 1.5 ERA coming in. But you've got on that same list the rest of the pitching staff, nobody over 3 ERA.
Yeah, that speaks of volumes as to why they're here in the semi-final.
Yeah, even down to Tate Heater, who we saw the box before. She's pitched just 7 innings and faced 27 batters. It hasn't given up a run.
There we go. That's a hopper. It's fielded at third base. It's done a fine job to take it back, fire it across the first for the 3rd out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Rotorua finally get some contact with the bat. Unsuccessful. They head back to the dugout. 2-0 down in this one to Manawatū. Find out what happens when we come back. Just a minute.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi Can Do, Resine have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice all available at your local Resine colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project, with creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resine to get the job done.
Oh, no, my haere mai. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 25-26 playing of the Heartland Championship. We're at Colquhoun Ballpark here in Palmerston North, in the middle of the beautiful Manawatū region. And it is Manawatū who are batting here in the bottom of the third innings. And that was number 7, Deanna Paul, who hits one out to shortstop and fired across the first for the first out. Rotorua needing to do some work now because they are 2-0 down in this ball game. Not a huge lead, and still suggests that we're in a pretty tight game. But if they're going to stem the flow, then they're going to have to probably do it in this innings. Number 32, Angela Karodia, up to bat now for Manawatū. How does your mindset change as a coach, Scotty, when you go from 0 to 2-0 down? Does it change what you're doing as far as the game approach goes?
Nah, potentially not, Gary, as we see a ground ball to the third base.
Second out.
Who fires over. That's a beautiful grab from the first base, too, to hold on and hold the bag as well. Punched out by Tommy Downs over there on first. Potentially not, Gary. On terms of the game plan, I think you would have expected to needed to score a few to win this big game.
Yeah. So
to be down 2-0 or 1-0, 2-0, at this stage, you would have been expecting to need to score 3 or 4 to win. So probably the focus will turn to...
As we see a high ball, it's just going out behind second base, and that's a nice job by a very shallow fielding right field to take the catch out there, and that's well done by Tate Hitter to defuse the Manawatū innings this time. That's exactly what Rotorua would have needed. We'll continue that conversation in a minute, Scotty, when we come back in just a minute. Oh, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a 2-0 to Manawatū here in this semi-final, and we were just talking about the coach's mindset, Scotty, and it's as you say, in this stage of the ball game, expecting to win by probably having to score 3 or 4 runs to win. Yeah, you're right, the mindset probably hasn't changed.
No, I think if anything, it's just the fielding perspective of trying to keep it close.
Yeah,
around the game plan, that
not allowing it to blow out anymore.
Yeah, because the approach in the box probably won't change, or in terms of what their game plan is, short game, long game, whatever it is. They just need base runners to start picking away at this lead. Without them, it's hard to score any runs, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's no difference whether you got none on the board or 2 on the board, or you're chasing or whatnot. Runs generally come from base runners.
Now, just looking up here, we've got a change in the batter's box. A pinch hitter's come in.
You're going to tell us who
Tiaro Kura Te Ahuru. Sorry, I was just trying to get my mouth around my own writing there.
Yeah, nice. You did well to spot that because I wasn't there.
Yeah, so pinch hitter up for Rotorua. This is the first kind of coach's move to get things going in the batter's box. It hasn't worked on this occasion, though, as Hiaro Kura strikes out and becomes another victim of the fine pitching of Taylor Waitoka in this ball game.
You can see why they turned to Tiaro Kura there. She had 10 sort of at-bats in the comp before this and got a couple of hits, so... Yeah, good use of bringing someone in to try and get something different going, particularly to lead off the innings, because like I say, I think base runners now is the goal for Rotorua to get back in the game.
Yeah, there's plenty of time in there for them to do them one at a time and manufacture a few, but like you say, the key to it is to getting bodies in motion on the base, and hopefully Jasmine Horn, it is, who comes up to bat, number 8 for Rotorua. We see a conference here between pitcher and catcher.
Oh, no, it's still the number 4 back there.
Yeah.
This looks like a number 1.
No.
Yeah, I thought they made a
No
change of
Ponga.
catcher, but they haven't. That's Tate out in right field.
Again, that seems to be a combination there, Scotty, that's working on all cylinders at the moment.
Yeah, which is why it was strange we were thinking they'd make a change.
Yeah, you wouldn't. She's doing a great job. Her game management back there seems to be fine.
Oh, she's very good. She's
Yep.
receiving really well. Like, if you look at all the pitches she's taking really close to the body.
Yep.
Really tidy looking hands, nice soft hands. She looks like a game controller.
She does.
Throwing the ball well. I love the way she's just whipped that down there for celebration when there's a strikeout. So yeah, going from the catcher so far for Manawatū.
Yeah, great game. And just speaking of great games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts in the ball game now for Taylor Waitoka. Game face on out there, and he's sort of just like all good pitchers, just no emotion out there. Just getting on with her business and doing her job.
Yeah, really getting about her work now, Gary? She's into a rhythm. The battery, her and the catcher, as we spoke about, have got a good thing going in terms of the sequencing and good flow so far. Good signs for Manawatū. See what I mean, though, there, Gary? Good grab. Just at the right spot to make sure that didn't get out of the zone and look like more of a ball.
Yeah, she framed that really well.
Yeah. She's a wee strike stealer.
Who was the best at that? You'll know.
Well,
stealing strikes.
I mean, personally, like I grew up watching Stephen Ratu.
Yeah.
And I thought defensively he was master. Obviously, Mark Sorensen was Mark Sorensen as the all-round best catcher I've ever seen play the game, but defensively, I used to watch Stephen Ratu.
Wonderful. Both of them great and world-class catchers. Well, there we go. Jade Cross-Gerry, she's earned herself a walk down to first base. And are we seeing Rotorua in the early stages of launching a comeback? Number 13, Makoia Richards, up to bat now.
Yeah, well, this was step 1, wasn't it, Gary, as we spoke about for Rotorua in the batter's box. Going to get some runners on. Who did you say come to the plate here, Gary?
Makoia Richards, number 13.
Yeah, coming in with a 500 batting average.
Oh, there you go.
She's got 10 hits in the tournament from 28 bats. 25 plate appearances, so I'm assuming there's some walks and some sacrifices in there. But, 500 batting average, right person at the plate.
That is a stellar batting average for anyone to have.
Well, I'm stunned, but there's a few on this list that are...
Yeah.
There's a good 4 or 5 over 500.
It's amazing because the quality of the pitching I've seen from both pitchers would suggest that those batting averages should be a lot lower. But, it's incredible.
Yeah, and I suppose it speaks to the volume of the good work that the Manawatū battery are doing.
Yeah.
With players coming in, those sort of batting averages.
But the other thing, of course, is as we've mentioned, both teams have been rotating 4 pitchers, which I think is a wonderful thing in women's softball. It's not something that in the last few years we've seen a huge amount of, with most, especially age grade teams, relying on, 1 or maybe 2 pitchers. I think to be rotating in and out 4 pitchers, that's incredible.
Yeah, and I think, Gary, that'll be one of the big benefits of this tournament.
Yeah.
I think is battery at the next level in our provinces, getting opportunities at this level to better themselves, and us producing as a nation maybe a few more top-level pitches.
Yes, well, that would be the ultimate aim. There we go. We see a fine ball out to centre field. It goes under the centre right fielder's glove. The runner comes around to third. And there we go. Rotorua now starting to exert some pressure. And we're now seeing Taylor Waitoka for the first time under a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, good piece of hitting just to take it that way, drop it into right field. Tahita running in, tough play to make. Gets the glove to it, as we see on the replay. But not able to hold on to the ball. Good pressure created here by Rotorua.
Te Oriwa, Huriri up to bat now, looking to, as you say, keep moving these bodies around the bases, and it is Rotorua now who are having a turn in the sun, and that's a fine pickup by the catcher to stop that pitch, which had got right down into the dirt.
Tidy wee player. I don't want to come back to it because I'm obviously a catcher as well, but
yeah,
she's doing a great job back there.
This one, it's a high fly ball out towards centre field. She's coming in fast to get it. She can't take it. That's going to score one. We've got a runner coming around. There we go. Rotorua launching a comeback on their own. 2-1 now, the ball game. We've got runners on the corners for Rotorua. And for the first time, we're seeing the Manawatū team under a lot of pressure from Rotorua. Who it has been mentioned to us, Scotty, are a very much a battling team and are never out of it.
Yeah, Markoya Richards, she had 10 hits coming into this game, Gary. So again, when they're coming into that right part of the orders, we see this pitch fouled back. It was the right hitter at the right time, and obviously, you know, it's hard to defend those ones that drop in like that.
Oh, yeah, just drop right in shallow field, and you do feel for the centre fielder out there. Having to come in a long way to take that. Yeah,
long way. And, you know, to her credit, she laid out for that. She went for it.
Yeah.
She just went, yeah, I'm going. And I'm going full scale. And worst case scenario, knocked the ball down, kept it close. But way to go, Rotorua. 2-1. We're in a ball game, Gary.
Yes, you're absolutely right. But you think about it, Scotty, if she hadn't have kept that ball close to her, and if it had got under the glove and gone out further into the outfield, that would have been 2 runs. So, you know, she's minimised the damage. There was always going to be one scored with a runner on third there.
Yeah, I always think you always benefit from a bit of bold play like that. You know?
Yeah.
Whether you hold on to the ball or not, make a special play, you know, I think you benefit. The law of averages anyway, Gary?
Oh, yeah.
And that beautiful game throws up some strange things.
Well, you know, it's a statistician's delight, softball. Absolutely.
My mate Terence Davidson used to tell me it's a team of individuals playing this game.
Team of individuals playing a team sport. There we go. Into shortstop, takes the pop fly and ends the innings, but not before Rotorua. Now well and truly back in this ball game. 2-1 it is. Manawatū now to a very tight lead. We are in the bottom, coming up to the top of the 4th innings. 2-1 Manawatū. We'll find out what happens when we come back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and there we go. This ball game all of a sudden got even more interesting than it was. It's Rotorua that scored 1 run in that previous innings, which was the top of the 4th innings, to come back in this one now against Manawatū. And it is Manawatū that cling to now a slim 1-run lead. Into bat is number 19 for Manawatū. And that is Aria Webster Pahina. Drops the bunt. Heads down to first base, but it is foul ball. Scott, we talked about it just off air before the game started. Possibly Manawatū that might have started as a small favourite in this ball game. I think the tightness of the ball game would suggest that, yes, possibly that at the moment probably slightly still favourites. But gosh, this Rotorua team, they've got some battle in them, shall we say?
Yeah, 100%, Gary. And I think as we see a beautiful pitch there to strike out.
Nice one.
For the first out of the innings. I agree. I mean, we were sort of thinking Manawatū were slight favourites, but one thing we were warned of was that battle. That Rotorua will
battling spirit.
Stay in it. And we spoke about it at 2-0. They had an opportunity, Manawatū, with those runners on to blow that game open a bit more.
Yeah.
And Rotorua did a great job, particularly Cross-Kerry here, to keep it at 2. And now it's 2-1. You sort of look back on that moment and think.
It's interesting, we saw Cross-Kerry under pressure, and she got under a lot of pressure in that 2-out rally when Manawatū scored those 2 runs in the bottom of the second inning.
Yes.
But she came back in great style at the top of the third, and again is continuing that here now. So like most pitchers, she's just able to shake off, those periods where batters just might be getting on top of you a little bit.
Yeah, and I think coming back to that, we spoke about the Manawatū, pitching staff. But Rotorua, same. They've used 4 pitchers across the tournament as well.
Yeah.
Spread the load out. Cross-Kerry's obviously the one they're choosing as we see that foul back in this major game to take the ball, and we can sort of see why.
Yeah.
But she's faced 65 batters and 16 innings coming into this with a 1.75 ERA, and obviously done a fantastic job. But Jasmine Horn has faced 81 batters.
Interesting.
For Rotorua. So there's been some faith there, and obviously for a reason. So she can obviously, they've got some confidence in her, should they need her, and she's got that 4.1 ERA, but shared the load for sure there.
Cross-Kerry obviously then comes into this ball game, Scott, fairly fresh.
Yeah, 100%, because if you look down one further on the pitching staff there, that Tiarokura Tiahuru, 59 batters faced.
Yeah, there you go. There, they've definitely shared the load.
She's pitched 9 innings.
Yeah,
she's done some loads. So I think the way they've spread it across their pitching staff, both sides, has been pretty similar. They've showed some faith in the other pitchers, and it's got these two here in pretty good fashion.
Smart work by both teams, the coaches, though, to rotate pitches like that. So, they've got the athletes they've got to manage, so it's up to them to make those decisions, how they use them. And the faith they've put in those other pitchers obviously been repaid. As we see Manawatū get themselves underway with a runner on 1. That was the catcher, Nano Ponga, who has been very impressive in this game.
Yeah, look, that's a tough play in the hole for any shortstop. She does well to actually get the ball across there in a little backpick attempt, I guess, by the time the play had developed. But Manawatū with the runner on 1 now.
Rotorua defensively, they made a couple of errors when they gave up those 2 runs. But defensively, they've gotten back to being a very tight unit out there.
Yeah, Cross-Kerry looks like she's someone who could get you quite a few ground balls, a lot of weak contact. Yeah.
There we see this time it's a bunt to get the job done and get the runner down. And we see the ball go to ground. And that's exactly what we were talking about that from that second inning. And it's just come back to bite them again in this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cheryl Irving not able to hold on to the ball there. She did really well to get across the diamond and get to first base because the bunt did come late. It was a beautiful bunt by the Manawatū hitter, but she did well to get across there, just couldn't hold on to it, unfortunately.
Here we go. So the situation here in the bottom of the 4th innings, Manawatū with 1 down. Here's another bunt. Goes into foul territory. So clearly they're looking for the short game to put pressure on this Rotorua infield. Manawatū it is with runners at 1 and 2. Only one down this time. And there's another opportunity for Manawatū to impact the scoreboard.
Yeah, Gary, you asked it, how does the scoreboard potentially change what you might do game plan-wise? And I'm like, well, not a lot at this stage with the way the state of the game is. But Manawatū, in their second, third time through the order now, definitely deciding to go to a bit more short game and put some pressure on this Rotorua field.
There we see this one's gone over the top to the back net. It's gone all the way around. We see the runner go. Now we got to run down. We got to run down here, ladies and gentlemen. See how Rotorua can execute this. The runner's coming in towards home. There's a slide. And they've executed it just fine. And the out has been taken at home plate. So close. We'll see the replay on that one. Here we go. She's looking to get her back.
Yeah, nice slow-mo here of the runner just changing direction, trying to get herself.
The runner looks back, doesn't see the throw, so she's committed.
Yeah.
She's heading towards home plate. There's the pop. Oh, yeah, that's a fine tag right on the helmet.
Yeah. I love the way she gets the glove out in front of the base because it sort of takes away you potentially getting in there.
Before, I mean, a bang play like that and,
Yeah.
and kind of, the umpires.
We've got a call here, Gary.
There's an obstruction call.
Yes, it looks a lot like it. I'll be interested to see as the Rotorua coach comes out here. We've got a replay coming for you to see where potentially this is. And there's some contact right there. Is that a smart piece of running, Gary?
It possibly is.
Because she just sort of cruises on over and puts her hands in her back and says
hey, you're in my way.
There. You're in the wrong place.
It was a very polite, smart piece of running. But there you see it, ladies and gentlemen. The third baseman is trying to get out of the way, but you're right on the runner's line there.
Yeah, look, Gary, for me, because she rounds and attempts to go home, that's what brings in, for the Blues, the idea of a potential her stopping that momentum and being able to make it there. But I don't know. I mean, she's getting out of the base pass. How far deep does she have to go before this becomes not?
Well, you mentioned it. Was that a smart bit of base running? And with that being called a dead ball, I'm going to say it was a very smart bit of base running.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the third base is definitely here on the replay again. She's definitely in and around the base pass, but she'd be 1.5 meters from the base there.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is she had time to turn without impacting the third baseman.
Personally, I think so. But I can also see from the umpire's perspective why they would look at this and think, hey, look, you have an obligation to actually not impact the runner at all.
Yeah.
Because there's no play at third there. And you're getting away from the base because there's no play at third there. But, man, this is so close. And I can understand how both sides could see.
Well, to be fair, it was a decision, and Dave Taifunga out there at third base who consulted with the home plate umpire, Ross Emerson, before they made a decision on it.
Look at the background there. The girl out on second base, the third base is like, what are we doing here? Can you hurry up? I've had enough. Look, let's go. Let's go. Game on, please.
Yeah.
I want this. I want to
stop talking
final.
about
I'm heading to the final. I want to get there. Love it.
Action replay.
That's some serious concentration.
Ladies and gentlemen, Manawatū, the upshot of it, runners on 2 and runner on 3.
It's lovely. I mean, geez, there was a time not so long ago, Gary, where we couldn't even capture that moment.
No, that's right.
Now we can bring
that
you
was priceless.
Beautiful moments like that.
You want to follow that one up when you with in the highlight reel with the runner coming home.
Yes. Look at this beautiful play, ladies and gentlemen. Then right on the back, look who's unimpressed. Because it's taken too long to get there. That's cool.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. As I was saying, we are in the bottom of the fourth innings. And what looked like a great play at home by Rotorua means that it is still only one down with runners at 2 and 3 in the batter's box. Back to the top of the order are Manawatū. Keila Tātana-Paul it is, who now has to do the job of getting Nano Ponga in 60 feet from third base.
Can I just confirm, Gary, you just said one out?
I did.
Wonderful.
You can confirm that I said 1 out.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's scoreboard.
I presume
manager.
you're wanting to
it.
confirm what you've already got on the scoreboard?
Yeah, baby.
Absolutely.
Good hack there from the number 5 at the plate for Manawatū.
Yeah, definitely changes up, because, we could still expect possibly another bunt or a push, something to get it on the ground and really force that runner home from 3. See, he might have been given the license to swing away. This pitch will determine it. Rears back. Here she goes. This time it's going to go into shallow field. Centre field, no doubt about it this time. That runner has scored. She's coming home. Oh, and that throw was wayward. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, you should never turn your back on the ball. But having said that, Manawatū do a fine job in converting that runner in the end. After all of that, it is now 3-1. Manawatū.
Tatana Paul with a beautiful piece of hitting just to drive that into centre field there, mate.
Yeah. A wonderful job there. Scored that runner. Nano Ponga, who looked just as interested coming off the diamond as she did standing at third base a minute ago. You wouldn't have thought you just moved your team ahead. As we see a pass ball. This time it's Manawatū who take advantage of it again. And we are just seeing Manawatū now beginning to edge away in this ball game. And at this stage of the game, it is critically important that Rotorua limit the damage.
Yeah, look, Gary, I dare say as they have a little chat here at Rotorua and regather themselves, that work that they did to keep it at 2-1.
Yeah.
That moment back, if we look back, these moments where they're slipping away is what they'd done well earlier to keep the game close. And if they can't refocus and get out this innings now, like that run for me at third base, whilst it's at 4-1.
That was actually a pivotal moment in this innings. It's turned out to be a very pivotal moment in this innings.
3 runs now. If that becomes 4, it's tough.
This time it's popped up into foul territory. You think about what's happened since that decision was made.
We've seen a lot of
you
plays.
go from potentially 1 down to 2 down, and then you're back to 1 down, and now 2 runs have scored.
Yeah, and I think it's let Manawatū off the hook. I think there was a couple of moments also too with Manawatū. We saw the run down, but the runner behind the runner in the run down wasn't quite at third base where she needed to be. She ended up just running back to 2.
Yep.
But then got a free base on a pass ball, so gets that base anyway. But you know what I mean? Those
Yes,
moments that you got to execute those to make sure it costs the team when they make a mistake, because that's how you get to finals, isn't it, Gary?
That's right.
But hey, kudos to Rotorua. They're right there. They've put themselves right there, and
Yeah, they've shown that they can come back. And they are a battling team. Tate Hitter it is in the batter's box, trying to get the job done for Manawatū. Out at third base, we have Keila Tatanapul looking to convert yet another run for Manawatū here in the semi-final. Not forget what that is all about. Later on today, the grand final coming up will be the winner of this game versus North Harbour. You see a hit out to a right field, and Tate Hitter it is who converts an RBI, and yet another run, this time for Manawatū, and the gap is beginning to widen.
5-1 now, Gary, and as we were sort of talking about, as we see the replay of a beautiful stroke into right field from Tate Hitter. She didn't try and do too much with that, just finds the barrel, drives the ball that way. It was an outside pitch, she takes it that way, through the hole, scores the run, beautiful piece of hitting. You're not going to throw her out at 1 from right field. She runs too well.
It's interesting. We talked about it earlier, and there's a nice off-speed pitch by Cross Carey. And it's good to see her jump back straight into her work. She's been put under pressure in now 2 innings of this ball game after looking almost dominant at one stage to come back with a nice pitch like that.
Yeah, and she has made a habit of just trying to keep her team in the game, isn't she?
Yeah. This time it's hit straight back to that pitcher. Cross Carey fires it across the 1, and that is the second out. Nikki Tartiner it is who heads back to the dugout. She's done her job, though. She's moved that runner across the 2. She'll be replaced in the batter's box by Deanna Paul. Now, she's the DP in the lineup, Scott, and she comes in the 4 spot. So this is still a very dangerous moment for Rotorua.
Yeah, Deanna Paul comes in the 4-spot DP with a 4.471 batting average. So having a good tournament. She's got
Another
8
one
hits.
of those stellar batting averages.
Yeah, she got 8 hits from 17 at-bats. So, yeah, again, you like to think right person, right time. Oh, okay.
Yep,
hey.
be a little bit lucky on that one, I think. But I'm on record as saying I'm never going to second guess the Blues.
No, Gary. Be honest. Yeah, you're just not going to tell them.
That's the difference between you and me, Scott. See, I've got faith in the Blues. You see?
Yeah. Oh,
you're a coach and a catcher, and no catcher's got faith in the Blues.
Well, to be honest, Gary, I always think if you're talking about 1 or 2 or even 3 or 4 pitches at the end of the game, they've done a great job.
Yeah. And that's fair enough, too, because if you will have noticed that home plate umpire Ross Emerson, he has had a tendency to call those low pitches.
Yeah, 100%.
Throughout this ball game. So that's just him being consistent.
Yeah, just, you work out their zones. And yeah, but like I say, you get through an entire game and you're talking about less than 5 pitches as a catcher that you've maybe disagreed with the umpire on. Is that pretty good going? Because then I think about from a team perspective, we're all out there doing our best as players, as coaches, or whatever your role is, but you're going to make mistakes, right? They're another team on the diamond.
They're not machines. You've got to take into account the human factor, and we make mistakes as humans. It's just part of living and part of learning.
No, not to say I don't disagree at the moment either, Gary. I've been known to have a poor word or two. I'm trying to rein it in, don't get me wrong.
No, you're kidding. This one is hit hard out to shortstop, flicks it across to third for the third out. And Rotorua it is who get themselves out of that situation. But they are now looking at quite a mountain to climb as we have now completed 1, 2, 3, 4 innings. And it is Manawatū leading the ball game by 5-1 over Rotorua. We'll be back. More action in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. It is 5-1. Manawatū enjoy the lead over Rotorua here in this semi-final. We're at Colquhoun Ballpark for the Heartland Championship, and it is number 14 for Rotorua, Pali Tonu, up to bat. Everything ahead of Rotorua now. We've got 2 more innings. They've got to impact the scoreboard to the tune of 4 runs to equal and 5 runs to win and keep Manawatū scoreless. Is it going to be too much for them? We'll find out in the course of the next 2 innings.
Now, this is a change at catcher because that is definitely not the number 4.
Manawatū have made a change. They've brought in number 13 by the look of it.
Yep.
If I can lay that, no, I don't have a number 13. Here we see a nice hit way out into the left field corner, all the way to the fence. Stand-up double.
I am looking forward to seeing this replay because that is absolutely bashed by Tonu'u, as you see her find the barrel there. The left fielder come in, try to make the play again, went for it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately that ball is hit so hard once it gets by, it gets to the corner, stand-up double. Lovely piece of hitting by Tonu'u.
Lovely piece of hitting by Tonu to get herself all the way around to a stand-up double at 2. Again, she is the DP in this lineup, so she's probably doing what they expect her to do. She's going to be replaced at the in the 9 spot by Taylor Gray. And you would have to say, Scott, with none down, this is a prime opportunity for Rotorua to climb back into this ball game.
And Taylor Gray, .545 batting average, one of those ones we've talked about. Clearly has a pretty good eye at the plate. She's got 6 hits, so hasn't been to the plate as many as others. We see a timeout called here for Manawatū coaching staff, making sure we get back on the same page. I'll be honest with you, I like the development factor of this tournament, Gary.
Yeah.
But changing the battery in the semi-final, 5-1 up.
I just struggle to think what Nano Ponga was doing wrong.
Well,
she crossed home plate. She crossed home plate twice.
There's no chance it's it's based on
what she was or wasn't doing.
No, definitely not. Not to say that the catcher that's come in
possibly picked up an injury and that slide into home plate.
She looks incredibly capable. In fact, I'm going to come forward and recognise exactly who that is. I'm looking and I'm thinking I've seen her play many, many times. I definitely know her.
19. It looked like a 13.
It's a 19. Yep.
Yes. So that is our pinch hitter from earlier in the ball game.
Webster.
Tia Rokura Tia. No.
Webster Pahina.
Sorry, back over here.
Aria.
Yeah.
Webster Pahina. She
reading
started
from the
at
wrong
third
list.
base, mate. So they've just done a straight positional swap. Oh, God. I don't want to be... Yes. There's a little pass ball off the glove there.
Yeah.
The catcher, Webster.
Yeah, you're going to be a naysayer on that one.
Yeah, I'm not getting involved with the hoodoo of the commentator and all that jazz. But at the end of the day, they wouldn't put her back there unless they were completely confident she can do a great job as well.
Webster Pahinaria it is who's come in to catch, changes up that battery. Nanopong has gone out to third base, so as Scotty said, it's a straight change. Number 4 into bat, Taylor Gray here in the top of the 5th innings, and it is Rotorua who are off and running here in this 5th innings. 4 runs down in the ball game, and they need 1, 2, or 2 runs at least to climb right back into this one. As we see a swing from a pitch that was just up out of the zone by number 4, Taylor Gray. Bottom of the order, but she doesn't bat like it. Comes in with a 450 average.
No, 5.45.
5.45.
Gary,
Nearly 5.5, 550 average.
I am the stat man here, Gary.
I'm the listening man.
You're the talent.
Yeah.
I'm the reader of the stats.
And I clearly didn't listen the first time you said that.
So one of those low pitches.
There's another low pitch. This time it's low and inside, Scotty.
I think that's just the way that was caught.
Yeah.
I think the line
she just took it down.
Good.
Took it down to the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, but in terms of the height, it's that one that the umpire's been given. That's the difference.
That is. He has. I mean, and it's up to the batters to adjust to that. And we've seen several of those drop pitches across the knees that have been called strikes. This time it's gone to the back net, and it's Rotorua that are going to score a run. As there we go. Talitonu scorches down the third base line for a run for Rotorua, a much-needed run. Taylor Gray it is who struck out. She's been replaced by Janaya Nathan. The top of the order. They're into the top of the order with only 1 down and no one on base this time, but they are now fully up and running back in this ball game. 5 runs to 2.
Yeah, and just coming back to that, like if you're Manawatū and you've got hitters in the box and they've either had a strike or been struck out on one at that height, you then don't want to go on the field, see a batter come to the plate at that same height and it not be struck out on it. So all you can ask for, isn't it?
Yep.
There is a little bit of early rust here with the battery around. That she is getting used to coming into the catching here and probably not framing things up as well. Just at the end, a couple got by, a little pass ball, but they'll be looking to tidy up pretty quickly.
Oh, there we see another one go off over the top. No runners on base to take advantage of that one this time, though. Denia Nathan needs, as an opening batter, he needs to do what her role normally is, and that's get them started, get on base any way she can. Invasion onto the pitch there from another ball.
Yeah, it's a regular thing in our game, isn't it?
Yep.
Gary, when there's multiple games going.
Softballs flying left, right and centre in the outfield out there.
Yep.
But there are other games going on out on the other diamonds, ladies and gentlemen. So she's a hive of activity here on Colquhoun Ballpark. And what's still an overcast day, but it is brightening up a little bit.
And getting a little warmer, Gary.
And getting warm.
I mean,
Yeah.
are you really a baller if you haven't been hit by a fly ball walking past at some stage, on a diamond?
Yeah, hit right in the head probably a couple of times too much.
I remember as a kid, I've taken multiple balls while I'm playing in the outfield somewhere or down the baseline. Just for the
Well, you're a catcher. You'd have worn plenty.
Oh, in the game, sure.
Yeah. Oh, you mean not in the game?
Yeah, just when you're walking, when you're in the ballpark.
Yes,
are you
no,
really a
I
fan
have.
of softball if you haven't been hit by a couple of
That's right.
loose balls here or there?
You're going to be in the wrong place at the wrong time sometime.
Costly sport, this one.
So long as it doesn't cost you a ride to the A&E.
Yeah, that's
which
right.
I have done a couple of times. So
2 balls, 2 strikes.
here's the 2-2 pitch, ladies and gentlemen. Rears back, fires it in over the head. Nice. Lays off a pitch too high above the zone.
Just put a bit of zip on that one, Gary.
A little bit of anger, maybe a little bit of anger.
Try a little blow one by there, just get it by her.
Tends to happen when you fire your rise ball a little bit over the top. It's probably because you have overpowered it a little bit. There we go, the swing, the pitch is dropped. She's going to get down safe at 1. And that is just taking advantage of the little error there by the catcher. Janaya, she's the leadoff hitter, and she's just done exactly what she needs to do. However it is.
What did we say, Gary?
Doesn't matter how, so long as you're there.
Get back into this game for Rotorua. All they need is base runners.
That's right. Bodies in motion.
Anyhow.
Absolutely. We said that when they were 2-0 down. And it's just as true now that they're 3 runs behind.
My good friend Tyson Byrne told me, once you get to 2 runs in a ball game, there's no one swing with no one on that can change.
Yeah.
It can change
absolutely.
the game for you. So you can go and win you that game. Without some traffic. That's potentially what he was telling me because don't swing, mate, you need to walk.
Don't swing, yeah. Get on base. Oh, it's any way you can, You can't score a run unless it's a home run, and you can't impact the ball game if you're more than 2 behind.
Yeah, and I think what someone was saying from behind us was that if you can't hit, maybe they tell you just to try and get on anyway, mate, because you're not great at hitting.
That's not an honest way of saying that's what a leadoff hitter is.
Yeah. And not what we've seen here. We've seen some really good, competent at-bats from these 2 teams, and the scoreboard's now ticking over after some early dominance from the pitching staff. And we're in a ball game again, Gary.
Yeah. Chester Matthews, it is up to bat now, number 19, we're back with the pinch hitter who stayed in the ball game. Tairokura Teahulu up to bat, who is in her second turn at bat after coming in for Matthews. Struck out in her first at bat. We're now in the 5th innings now. We're now seeing both pitchers just straying a little bit away from the zone that they were commanding early on in the ball game. To be fair, as we talked about, once batters get a sniff of that zone and where your spots are, they are also starting to put a bit of bat on the ball.
Yeah, I think so, and I think Rotorua are going to be, with the, I don't want to harp on about it, but the change in the battery, and I think that little disconnect that's early on
it
there.
is.
I think Rotorua are trying to capitalise a little bit on deeper at-bats, see if we get a couple of mistakes here or there.
Nice pitch. Taylor Waitoka that time. He hasn't taken any velocity off any of the pitches. She's still humming them in, the same as she was in the first innings. That one just off the plate.
Yeah, you can
And
still
as
see
you
what she wants to do,
say,
though.
this is the second batter in a row who's taken Waitoka into a deep count.
Yeah, I think
So-
it's purposeful.
Yeah.
She's gone up the handle here, the 19, and for a DP to do that, it's respectful for the team. Just she's battling. She's going to try and be a tough out.
Yeah.
And what do you know?
She's done the job.
Awesome battle. You know what? That is a really well-earned walk.
Yeah, that's a well-earned first base, and they are obviously under instruction.
As we see
Try and
the
make
replay.
Taylor strike out. She tries to live in the zone. And
She does.
Yeah,
And I feel like the hitter had to foul a couple of good pitches off.
yeah,
You know, like you see a 4-pitch walk. Okay, well done. You took 4 pitches that
Yeah.
were not in the zone. Well done. But when you have to fight a couple of good pitches off at 2 strikes or earlier on in the at-bats, and then you get a walk late on, it's because of those ones that didn't get by you.
that's right. And we are also seeing the Rotorua girls who are hitting the ball quite hard when it is in that middle of the zone. So kudos to them. They've made the adjustment. We are yet to see whether it's going to be in time or not because they are 3 runs down in the ball game. It's Manawatū who are now fighting to keep them underneath. This time it's hit hard out to left field. The runner's turned at 3. It's coming in. Here comes the throw. That run's going to score. And it is Rotorua who are bossing the batter's box at the moment. 2 runs have scored. They are now 5-3 down. And Scotty right back in this ball game.
100% as we see the replay there of the number 15 for Rotorua rounding third base and steaming, and she can really move.
Yeah.
And another great piece of hitting there from Rotorua when it counted. They got the runner over to second base, and then that hard hit ball scores a run. But it's on the back of the hard work of traffic and walks and and good at-bats prior. 1 hit scores you runs, you know what I mean? If you haven't had tough at-bats...
Just reading the game though, you know, it's you know, pretty quick how Rotorua have made the change. They're obviously not swinging at anything in the zone. Oh, thanks, mate.
Yeah, no, you're right, Gary.
And they're trying to take Waitoka into a deep count. And now anything that's coming into the zone, they're also being very aggressive on the swing.
Yeah, they certainly are. They're just getting the right hitters to the plate at the right time. And the hitters in front, particularly of the number 8 there for Rotorua, it's Jasmine Horn.
Jasmine Horner was, yep.
You know, they just would have known, like, we get the right people,
Yeah.
you know, out there and on base, and she comes up and drives one in. It's probably what that would be the game plan.
Well, the rally has started from Tali Tonu deep in the batting order, but they're now going through as Cross Kerry. There's the runner coming home. The tag is made at home. Cross Kerry's safe at 1. And that is just a nice decision by Taylor Waitoka to take that ball home plate and take the lead runner.
Yeah, I absolutely love that play. As we see the replay here, she doesn't even make the base. The tag's put on. I think there's a little bit of a discussion here around Rotorua asking whether there was some potential blocking and whether we've got the right running out first. But
catcher commands that zone when they've got the ball in their glove, don't they?
yeah, I think so. I think as long as you leave a lane when you don't have the ball.
Yeah.
Personally, you've got to leave a lane, I think, at all times. But, you know, for me, if you don't have the ball and you're leaving a lane, it's all good. You take it away when you've got that ball.
Yeah.
And you make sure you get that out.
You got to make sure you play the tag on.
That's it, yeah. No one's going to...
Because that's, you know, that's in front of the block.
But, yeah, to come back to your point, Gary, I'm impressed with the decision to come home.
Yeah.
Because it like they're creeping back in the game, 5-3.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I don't need 5-4. That's
right.
Don't need that. So...
And you're in the 5th inning.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you can go out of the 5th innings only 1 down instead of 4 down, wow.
And I give the catcher some
Anything
juice.
can happen.
She grabbed that ball. It was nice. It was a high throw, and she got it down there and laid a great tag on. Took the base away really well.
We've seen that from both catchers in this ball game. Well, now all 3 catches in this ball game. Matthews for Rotorua. Ponga, the first catcher for Manawatū. And now Aria Webster.
Richards.
Number
right?
13.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is Marcoya Richards.
And it's just another one of those hitters coming to the plate. Gary runs on 1 and 2. She's got a 500 batting average coming in.
Yeah.
10 hits.
There you go. So anything can happen in this one. With a 500 batting average, stellar.
Those
Comes
at
in
home,
the 5 spot.
You know, the 500 batting average is basically a hit 1 in every 2.
Yeah.
That's good going.
It is real good going.
It shocks people who aren't necessarily up to or in and around our game or as interested in our game around how much.
Traditionally, you're right, Scotty. If you can get over, we tend to count batters as being successful. They can get over 300.
Yeah, 100%.
But
We are.
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
In our game.
and that's 1 and 3. So
Yeah, and people can't get over that. You mean
Yeah.
you get out twice in 3 at bats and you're still going all right? Yeah.
as a batter in our game, you will fail more than you'll succeed. This time it is a high fly ball taken out there by the left fielder for the 3rd out, and finally, but it is innings over. But Rotorua have stormed right back into this one with 2 runs. They still trail Manawatū by 5-3, and we will find out what happens when we come back in just a minute with more action. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Rotorua stormed back into the ball game. They were 5-1 down. It is now 5-3. 2 runs in it, and it is still now extremely tight as we are now in the bottom of the 6th innings. And it is number 25, Ashley Salu, up to bat for Manawatū. Find out what she can do in the course of this innings as Manawatū now under a bit of pressure. She hits one hard out of second base. It drops down in front of her. She did a nice job because that was scorched out to second base for 1 down here in this ball game.
She made a couple of nice plays as second baseman. Rotorua, I think, quintessential knock it down, throw him.
Oh, yeah.
Hard hit
Yeah,
ball.
she got everything behind the ball. It wasn't going past her.
Yeah, it was a good piece of hitting from Ashley Salu.
Oh, and we're seeing a bit of a legend here into bat this time. Pinch hitter for Manawatū is number 16, Cindy Portai. No introduction needed in softball circles to this lady. Definitely a stellar international career. Still playing, still contributing.
Still got 6 hits coming into this with a 462 batting average.
Stunning.
They've
No
used her-
surprises though, Scotty,
No,
surely.
No. To be fair, no, you're right, Gary, but they've used her sporadically. She's had 16 plate appearances, 13 at-bats, 6 hits, 462 batting average. Here we go.
Just sit back. I'll just sit back, let the youngies do it, and then I'll come in and when I'm needed.
Yeah, just and I think, like in this moment of the game where they've hit back, Rotorua's hit back, and they're looking for one of those sort of pro at-bats.
Yeah.
They were probably hoping Ashley would be on, but
Yep.
regardless, to have another lead-off type hitter coming on who will definitely take pictures, will bring the picture into the wheelhouse,
Yep.
not get herself out.
Well, it's a smart decision by the Manawatū coach at the stage of the ball game. They're obviously not willing to sit back and defend the lead. They want to stay on the attack, keep pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
And Cindy Potai gives them a great opportunity to do that. She needs to do the lead-off job here, get herself out on the base, and she's done exactly that. And you talked about a professional at-bat. She just wore that one out.
Yeah, pro at-bat. It's just literally working off the wheelhouse, letting everything else go by. She took a couple of pitches that were slightly higher in the zone there, but great takes to earn the walk. And now on first base, with my favourite player of the game so far coming to the plate here.
Nano Ponga.
Gaz.
Yep. And she has impacted this ball game a lot in her time on the diamond, not just at catcher, but also in the batter's box.
And now at third base, just looks like a tidy player. I spot a little fern on the helmet there and would suggest that.
You're not going to tell how much she's enjoying the ball game by her facial expression, though.
Well, to be fair, we highlighted that earlier on, but just says competitive to me.
I think so too.
Competitive, love it.
Absolutely
Love
agree.
it. She's in the battle. She's in the war. She wants to win. She wants to go through to the final, and her team, they'll be looking at that. They'll be feeding off that.
Yeah. There you go. She swings hard at that one, gets a piece on it.
Just looks like there's nothing she can't do. Short game, she can swing. She's got good eyes. She's a good fielder in the field. She can catch.
She's got all the tools in the toolbox.
Yeah. Just an accomplished, tidy-wee player.
See, Cross Carey continue to go to work out there.
Yeah, there's been some interesting decisions we haven't spoken about, Gary, around.
There's a pop fly heading towards first base. She's been nice and clear. Takes the catch nicely for 2 down.
Around the decision that the management teams and the coaches have around sticking with pitching and, as the other team's coming back into the game, do we make a change? As they put a few runs on Rotorua in certain innings.
Well, you're right. It would be easy to, make that change. It was probably harder not to.
Yeah. 100%. I agree.
I wouldn't say she's had a couple of moments in the ball game. But I have been impressed with Cross Carey. She pitches a great game.
Yeah, she's given them a chance in every innings to get out of them before runs. So I'd say that's why they have stuck with her.
Nice. There's another one of those off-speed pitches. Dips down into the dirt. Not much a batter can do about that.
0-2. What does she do here, Gary? Just trying to get the ball in play with 2 outs and a runner on 1.
0-2, you got to be careful of the steal. And there's a hit. This time she puts it in the zone. It goes to shortstop, flips it across. Yeah, and the ball was dropped, and they are safe. That's a fine piece of softball by Manawatū. Rotorua. Just one of those little, just not an error, but just slow to get that ball across the 2.
Just a tough decision because the ball wasn't hit that hard. And I was saying off here earlier, Gary, how I was quite impressed with the shortstop. She took the ball across to third because that's the way the ball took her for the 3rd out.
Yeah,
that other
that's
innings.
right. Yeah,
and I'm like, that's a great play. Why throw across the diamond there when you can just take the ball takes you that way to that base, pick it up, throw it at third, and we're out of the innings.
Yeah.
Now she tried to do the same there with second, but the ball wasn't hit as hard, and the runner out the box was flying.
Yeah.
So she just didn't have the time to throw.
So maybe
across.
just guilty of being back on her heels a little bit.
Maybe, yeah.
A step or 2 forward would have given her that bit more of a split second.
Yeah, I think those are the types of plays that are probably the difference between Heartland and NFC.
Yeah.
From my perspective, with around those sorts of plays, and when we talked about the play with the base running around the run down, and
that's right.
You should be on third base as if that player gets out. But yeah, just hey, this is where they're learning.
You see the development. Scott, or you talk about NFC around Rotorua, Wanganui, Manawatū. How about a central entry into NFC?
Yeah, well, I mean, that was done in the men, wasn't it? Central Vikings. Where was that based out of?
Oh, gosh.
Like,
Hawke's Bay?
Hawke's Bay?
Yeah, might have been.
Or both.
There might have been amalgamation of Hawke's Bay and Manawatū.
Yeah, I mean, well, assuming all these players were available, it'd be competitive, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, the Manawatū pitcher and the Rotorua pitcher, they'd go right.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. That's kind of what sort of made me say it.
I mean, we talked about the battery in general, tidy catching happening.
And maybe that's one of the things that, without guessing what the agendas are at Softball New Zealand, maybe that's one of the things that they're looking into the future. Possibly expanding NFC as well based on outcomes in Heartland.
Yep. Well, that was our understanding from the men's side of the game. Was that there'd be promotion relegation of the last place.
Yeah, I had heard of that as well.
Replaced, and that didn't happen for whatever reason. But you need those associations also, even if they do win Heartland, to be willing and ready to take that spot up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because here we are watching this game. You're talking about an amalgamation, but under the promotion relegation, one of these teams would have to take that spot up and be good enough to do so.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying they're not, to be honest. I'm impressed enough with the standard here to think that, hey, look, we've also talked about how much they've used 4 pitchers.
Yeah.
There's enough.
That's right.
They've got enough pitching here in their teams to spread the load at an NFC level.
And there's a nice job by Cross Kerry, and there's a good inning from Rotorua to get out of that one for Manawatū. Nice job she's put on Keela Tartanapool, who was the third out, and it was a strikeout. That is 6 innings complete. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got 1 inning to go. Can Rotorua bring themselves back in this one? Well, we'll find out what happens in just a minute. Sharpen that up a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 6th innings, it is here now in the semi-final between Manawatū and Rotorua. 5-3 it is to Manawatū over Rotorua. Rotorua up to bat. Coming into bat is Te Oriwa Ahuriri. Coming into bat now, and it is a job for Rotorua. They have looked good in the last innings and coming back into this one from 5-1. 5-3 was a nice hit by Ahuriri out to right field. She's coming into one, and that ball got back in the blink of an eye, but she beat out the throw. Fine job to get Rotorua started in this one. Bringing to bat number 5, Rina Ahuriri. I'm going to say, Scott, that they're probably related.
Hey, good guess, Gary. Both from the Rotorua area, I'm guessing. Yeah. Rina Ahuriri, Gary, though, 10 hits and 25 at-bats.
Oh, wow.
400 average.
I was going to say another one with a decent average.
Yeah. Good player to have at the plate right now. Oh, come on.
Looks to drop the bunt.
Yes.
She turned on that one, and it was on her in a flash, and it was right down the inside channel.
Inside channel, Gary, I'm going to say on the replay here, bunt it or wear it.
Yeah, absolutely. That is, at the last minute, that is self-preservation.
Yep. And she did well.
Yep.
And she has survived, and we'll see another pitch.
Standing with her toes right up on the inside of the box. See some batters with their heels on the outside of the box. Not this one. She's right up on the inside.
Yeah, hence the inside pitch.
Yeah.
Good call from the catcher.
Good call, recognising from the catcher.
Hey,
Swings at one over her head. That's not going to get her on base.
Gary, you missed a change here, and that'll probably be because it's my job to bring it to you. But behind the plate, for Manawatū,
Number
number
16.
16, Cindy Portai.
Well, when she gets injected into a ball game, she gets injected into a ball game, doesn't she? That's a beautiful frame by Portai, and that is a magnificent pitch that is not called by umpire Emerson.
Cindy making the point without making the point around holding that pitch just a touch. I'm going to be like, ooh, look at this.
Just a second longer than possibly needed, yes. This time, nice take by Portai on that swing. Another strikeout this time.
I'll be honest, Gary, I think, I don't want to go back too far to it and harp on again, but I was really surprised at the change in the battery with the catcher originally. And I thought that didn't really work out. And the best thing I think from the coaching perspective they could do is just make a change. If it's not working, whatever reason you wanted to do that change isn't working, go and make a change.
3 catches in the ball game now for Manawatū. That's
quite
quite astounding.
You know what I mean? If that's what's required to get through, and like who gives us the best chance to get into the final, make a change right now.
Number 14, Tali Tonu out to bat, and we won't forget what she did in the previous innings. She lined one all the way out to the fence in left field to get them started. If she does that right now, that would get them a long way back into this ball game. This time she just popped it up high. Cindy Portai, what a magnificent catch. What a magnificent catch. And I'm going to say great call from the coach to put Cindy in at catcher. There's the highlight, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the effort to get back on that pitch and take the catch. And she ran straight toward us, ladies and gentlemen. She did not take her eye off that ball.
Good commitment from Cindy. She was quick up, mask off, out of the AstroTurf area and onto that ball in an absolute dash.
She knew exactly where that went, Scott.
Yeah.
Straight off the bat.
Just hunt that down.
Number 4 with 2 down now in the blink of an eye. Taylor Gray up to bat.
Cindy, the Hutt Valley NFC coach, won the NFC last year?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Yep.
What an effort.
And we're just seeing Taylor Waitoka just beginning to command things in there again. And what a wonderful job she's putting out there. In 9 innings of work now, 9 strikeouts.
9 strikeouts, that's creeped up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough pitch.
This one's hit the dirt. The runner streaks over to 2.
There's a way to make 10 strikeouts tough.
Yeah.
Go and clonk the umpire with one. That'll help.
No slight to Mr. Emerson there. I'm sure it won't factor into his decision on the next close pitch.
And what a job he did there, Gary.
Yeah.
He just took that like a champ.
So, number 4, Taylor Gray, it is up to bat. Runner has gone across to 2. This time she just popped it into shallow infield. The shortstop fields it, fires it across like a bolt of lightning and takes the out for the 3rd out here in the top of the 6th innings. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Fine piece of play by Manawatū to defuse that one. Very promising early on for Rotorua. The score remains 5-3. Find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the bottom of the 6th innings. We're at Colquhoun Ballpark in Palmerston North, where the blue sky is just beginning to show a glimpse out there on the horizon. It is Rotorua taking on Manawatū for the right to go to the grand final here at the 25-26 Heartland Championship. Manawatū, that continue to cling to the lead, 5 runs to 3 over a team we described as a team of battlers, or would be a battling team in this game, and that's proved to be what happened. They've been very tenacious. When Manawatū have threatened to get away from them on the scoreboard, they've managed to find a way back. Tate hitter, it is up to bat here in the bottom of the 6th innings for Manawatū. Gotti, what a fantastic ball game it's been so far. Both teams have had plenty of opportunity. As Manawatū still slightly ahead.
Yep, both teams showing their talent that they've got within their ranks. Plenty of talent on display. Gary heated to the plate now, taking the first 3 pitches for balls, going deep into the account. The right fielder for Manawatū had that lovely hit earlier in the ball game through the hole there, scoring the run. So good lead off at bat here, hoping to cash in for Manawatū.
Cross carry it is. He keeps going to work there. It's lined straight to first base. Makes no mistake about catching that one for the first out. And there we go, 1 down. Ball game is progressing along very fast, ladies and gentlemen. You get a shot of the outfield fence there. You'll see that it is North Harbour who have arrived. This is the team that awaits the winner of this ball game in the grand final. And make sure you tune in for that one, ladies and gentlemen, as we will be very much on air all day with the games to play here on Diamond 1 at Colquhoun Ballpark. This one's hit hard into the turf down the third base line. Foul ball.
Yeah, foul ball off the bat of Nikki Patana. She's got 7 hits coming into the ball game in the tournament. Gary, the number 24 for Manawatū, she's got a 438 batting average.
I don't think we've seen a batter with an average under 400.
Yeah, there's a lot of big ones on here.
Yep. This one's hit hard out to shortstop. She picks it up, fires it across. Nice job by first base to get up and take what was a high throw back to her for 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th innings.
Yeah, on the replay here, you'll see the shortstop fire it over nice and high. First base, as you say, Gary does a great job to go up and grab it and come back down in time, grab the base, get the
Just
out.
shows a good awareness of where your base is. You know, you stretch up like that. You know, you're not focused on where your feet are going to land, but she knew it was going to come back down on the base. Deanna Paul up to bat now before Manawatū.
Gary, shall I give you some stats?
Oh, here's another one.
Deanna Paul.
Guarantee it's over 400.
Look at you, Nostradamus. Deanna Paul, 8 hits of 17 at-bats, 471.
471. Stunning.
Batting average. Just another gigantic number.
This one's hit again. And this time it can't be fielded out of shortstop. She did well to get across to it. Couldn't pick it up. Everyone's having a great time out there. The smiles are wide. Loving it. Loving the enjoyment. What it's all about. Get out there and play hard and compete, but enjoy yourself. Runner on 1. Deanna Paul did a good job getting herself out there. She'll be replaced by number 32, Angela Karodia.
Gary, we've been going on and on and on. Well, I have anyway, as we see a pass little ball get away from the catcher and the runner advanced to 2. We've been going on and on and on about batting averages and all that jazz. And
Yep.
Karodia at the plate here. Hasn't had many at-bats, just 4. But she's got 3 hits. That's a 750 batting average.
750. It's better and better. And there we go. And she's going to increase that average. She's hit it straight out to centre field. They've sent the runner home. Here comes the throw. It's been cut off by the pitcher. That run's going to score. And there we go. She's now had 5 hits for 5 at-bats for 4 hits. Great job by Karodia. It's Manawatū. We'll call that now an insurance run at this time of the ball game. Takes them out to 6-3 over Rotorua.
Yeah, that sort of tough at bat, and the ball hit up the middle with hard running. As we see the replay coming around, working hard to drive in before the throw comes in. But it really pays dividends as we unfortunately see another ball get away from the catcher. And again, Gary, we go back to that point around keeping ball games tight, and then the lead comes out, and it's just that ball gets away, you get to 2, and then there's a hit and it scores, and that's a runner on 1 that's probably not scoring without that little pass ball or that ball getting away prior to that. So hard work.
Is that number 15 or 16 behind the plate?
At a guess, 15.
Oh, yeah. Janaya Nathan. It is.
Yeah, and she's done pretty good job here with.
She wasn't the starting catcher, so they have made a change as well. That was Shasta Matthew. This time it's hit hard. It's the shortstop that can't field it again. She's got to beat out the throw. And she does beat out the throw. Runners at 1 and 3 for Manawatū now, and looking very dangerous all of a sudden.
Replay, another beautiful replay. Ashley Salu driving that ball to shortstop, who can't pick it up cleanly, and then fires it across, but not in time. Some more hard running from the Manawatū team, Gary.
Yeah, very much so. Brings to bat Cindy Potai.
Uh-oh. I'm going to put away the stats for a second here, Gary, and just say Cindy Potai, good hitter. At the plate, time.
Absolutely. Rotorua are going to do very well to get out of this one. It is 2 down. She rears back, takes the pitch. Nice pitch high in the zone. Ball comes out of the sky. And what a job by Cross Carey to defuse that one. And it is Manawatū who score 1 run in that inning. But that is 6 complete. They lead the ball game over Rotorua by 6-3. Up to Rotorua to do something in this inning, in the 7th inning. Otherwise, she's all over. See what happens when we come back in just a minute. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, we're into that stage of the ball game now for Rotorua. In particular, they trail in this ball game by 3 runs. 6-3, it's Manawatū that lead. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, Scotty, and we know what that means. They've got to score 4 runs to win this one. Otherwise, it's Manawatū that will advance to the grand final. Top of the order for them, Janaya Nathan, looking to get that job done.
Janaya Nathan, as we saw, just doing the catching there for Rotorua, comes in, takes an almighty hack at that first pitch.
Yep, there was no guessing about the intention of that first swing.
Fantastic little nibble for that second pitch there. The Blues been ultra consistent on that ball inside.
Yep.
Hasn't given it, and hasn't given it all day.
We talked about it earlier. It's a nice pitch, and Waitoka has come back strongly since Rotorua scored those 2 runs in the 5th innings.
Seems to be a clear plan here with the hitter at the plate, Gary. They're peppering her on the inside. Absolutely peppering.
Takes the speed off that one.
Yeah, as we see Cindy Portai set up there again, but get a little floater that ends up away.
Something about the Rotorua batters, they are all tucked up on the inside of the batter's box. Not giving any room on that inside. There we see, there's a KC, and that is a great job by Waitoka, and that is not something the Waikato coaches will have wanted to see.
No, but from a Manawatū perspective, absolute paint on that inside corner. Paint from Waitoka.
Number 19 it is, Te Arokura Te Ahuru. Up to bat now, has a swing of the first pitch. He's in now her fourth inning in the ball game since she came in as a pinch hitter. And she will need, I would suspect, to get on base right now because you do not want to be relying on a 2-out rally to score 4 runs.
Nah, it's an uphill battle as it is, Gary. You're right. Same old message, though, isn't it? Traffic.
Traffic.
It's the only way back.
You've got to get on base, There's no doubt,
saying,
no two ways about it.
We were saying earlier, my mate Tyson, no one swing can change the game for Rotorua right now, so some traffic.
And Taylor Waitoka continues to pepper away, keeping out of the zone of Te Ahuru in this one. Maybe with 3 runs in the bag as far as the lead goes, just maybe get it a bit closer to the zone.
Yeah, good comms from the catcher from Sydney Portai coming out, just telling you. Come back in.
That's it. That's
Come
exactly
back into the zone,
pitch.
please. Just even if it's even if it's a little bit over the middle-ish, just make sure we hammer that
right
zone.
Right now, all that pressure is on that batter. Oh, what a job by Taylor Waitoka, who strikes out yet another one. To bring to bat number 8 it is. Sorry, Jasmine Horn. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it for Rotorua. On base to continue the ball game. Manawatū looking to close this one out strong.
Oh, she wanted that one. She wanted that one, Cindy.
I think Cindy wanted that one as well. I was looking at the picture.
Would you have that one up a little? Because he's got quite a low zone. So
yeah, he's calling them low. It might have been at the top of his zone.
Yeah.
Have one up and outside.
Yeah, and as we are in that last set, it's 2 outs. And just give them one more shout out. They've done a good job, the blue team out there, particularly the fella behind the plate.
Yeah, they've had to make a couple of tough decisions. Some close calls at home plate. And of course, was that call of interference. Might have been is that pitch right on the knees. She's been hitting some wonderful spots, has Waitoka. Been impressed with both pitches in this ball game, but probably the kudos at the moment is heading towards Waitoka. This one is up high. Is it going to be? We're seeing third base getting over to it. Comes down right on the fence. That's a tough catch. If it's made, then the batter gets to live for another swing.
This is a tough catch, Gary. Those are the ones that look like they're probably foul and they come back a bit. It's really hard to get all the way to the fence line in time before the ball comes down to really understand whether it's going to be foul or stay in.
The whole time your mind's sort of working, is it going over the fence? Is it going to hit the fence? Is it coming down in front of the fence? There's a lot to think about.
Am I going to have to bowl that fence?
Yeah, and we've seen plenty of guys try and do that.
Yeah.
Jasmine Hornet is now, who's worked herself into a deep count now.
Jasmine Horn's been one of the players of this tournament so far, so looking forward to this battle to either extend the game or finish it off.
Well, she has struck out once, but she's been on base twice.
She has, yeah, and coming in, she's one of the ones with the big batting average, with good 10 double digits in the hit column.
Yeah.
So
this is why it's even more impressive from Waitoka and the Manawatū battery is keeping this hitting lineup, which is obviously a vaunted hitting lineup, quiet. There we see. There's another foul ball. This time it's first base getting under it. Takes the catch. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rotorua unable to get the job done. And they take the semi-final over Rotorua. Now Manawatū, the victors. They'll head to the grand final, ladies and gentlemen, to play North Harbour. Scotty, what a great ball game we just saw of. A great advertisement for this tournament and a great advertisement for softball.
A great advertisement for the Heartland, Gary. I 100% agree. Well done to the two teams. Congratulations. A fantastic play ball game. Hitting, pitching, fielding, everything in it. So yeah, well played.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just probably got a couple of things we just need to go through. Scotty, a player of the day, a Ballpark Broadcasting player of the day for you?
Oh, mate, for me, it's the ultra competitor, Narongo Ponga. For me, she just seems to embody everything you'd want in a player. She's a competitor. She's running hard. She's making plays. She did a great job behind the dish to start the game. She did a great job at third base. She has awesome at-bats. I'm looking out for her.
Well, commiserations to Rotorua, but congratulations to Manawatū. They live to go on and take on North Harbour in the grand final. So, ladies and gentlemen, for us here at Ballpark Broadcasting, we're going to end that one now. And for Gary Rohe, Scott East Hope, we would say goodbye for now, and we'll see you very shortly for the grand final. It's going to be great. Don't miss it. Oh, incredible, and what a absolute boost. Absolutely brilliant. So you just ask anyone. There we go. There's the second. Played the right bat in the right place.
In comparison.
This is a good hit. Oh, well fielded at first base. Oh, and she's let it go down. That error is going to score the first run. And it does, and it will
knock it down, and it was in the glove. As we see a beautiful replay here of the slide at home, executed really, really well to beat the tag.
Well, Manawatū get their opportunity and they nail it. He responds now. There's a high hopper out to third base. It's unable to be gloved. And Manawatū
goes at home. What is the count? Foul ball, is that strike one?
Yes, I believe it was.
Get in.
Good to see you paying attention.
Yeah, it's drawn to this lovely game in front of it.
It is. Wonderful view. This one's down the third base line. It's just made it into foul. Back into it now. She's pop-flighted out to second base. It's comfortably taken out there, and it
hasn't got enough run.
There we go. That's a hopper. It's fielded at third base. Done a fine job to take it back, fire it across the first for the third, because they are 2-0 down in this ball game. Not a huge lead, and still suggests that we're in a pretty tight game to 2-0 down as far as the game approach goes.
Nah, potentially not, Gary, as we see a ground ball to the third base.
Second out.
Who fired?
A high ball is just going out behind second base, and that's a nice job by a very...
She looks like a game controller.
She does.
Throwing the ball.
And just speaking of great games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts in the ball game. Yeah.
Mark Sorensen, I've never seen play the game, but...
There we go. We see a fine ball out to centre field. It goes under the centre right field. And here we go, Rotorua. This one, it's a high fly ball out towards centre field. She's coming in fast to get it. She can't take it. That's going to score one. We've got a runner coming around. 2-1 now, the ball game. We've got runners on the corners for Rotorua. And for the first time, we're seeing the Manawatū team under a lot of pressure from Rotorua, who it has been mentioned to us, Scotty, are very much a battling team. There we go, into shortstop, takes the pop fly, who has been very impressive in this game.
Yeah, look, that's a tough play in the hole for any shortstop. She does well to actually get the ball across there. And a little backpick attempt, I guess, by the time the play developed. But Manawatū was
back net. It's gone all the way around. We see the runner go. Now we got to run down. We got to run down here, ladies and gentlemen. See how Rotorua can execute this. The runner's coming in towards home. There's the slide. And they've executed it. She's committed.
Yeah.
She's heading towards home plate. There's the pop. Oh, yeah, that's a fine tag right on the helmet.
Yeah, I love the way
made a decision on
look
it.
at the background there. The girl out on second base.
Wait.
That's some serious.
Batter's box back to the top of the order. Here she goes. This time it's going to go into shallow field. Centre field, no doubt about it this time. That runner has scored. She's coming home. Oh, and that throw was way waste a minute ago. You wouldn't have thought you just moved your team ahead. As we see a pass ball, it is critically important. Rotorua limit the damage.
Yeah, look, Gary, I dare say as they have a little chat here at Rotorua, and
The winner of this game versus North Harbour. You see a hit out to a right field.
now, Gary, and as we were sort of talking about, as we see a good team in the game, isn't it?
Yeah. This time it's hit straight back to that pitcher. Cross-county semi-final. We're at Colquhoun Ballpark for the Heartland Championship. I can lay that. No, I don't have a number 13. Here we see a nice hit way out into the left field corner. Lovely piece of hitting by Tom, what they expected to do. Yeah, in the 9 spot by Rotorua to climb back many as others. Here we go, the swing, the pitch is dropped. She's going to get down safe at 1. And Taylor Waitoka that time. This is the second batter in a row who's taken Waitoka into a deep.
She's going to try and be a tough out.
Yeah.
And what do you know?
She's done the job.
Awesome battle. You know what? That is a really...
Underneath. This time it's hit hard out to left field. The runner's turned at 3. She's coming in. Here comes the throw. That run's going to score. And it is Rotorua.
Number 15 for Rotorua, rounding third base and steaming, and she can really move.
Yeah.
And another great piece of hitting there from Rotorua when it counted. They got the runner over to second base, and then that hard hit ball scores a run. But it's on the back of that. One of those sort of pro at-bats.
She just wore that one out.
Yeah, pro at-bat.
And there's a hit. This time she puts it in the zone. It goes to shortstop, flips it across.
Put the ball across the third, because that's the way. Take the way the ball takes.
Standing NFC as well, based on outcome.
The loaded NFC.
This one from 5-1. 5-3, we see a nice hit by Ahuriri out to right field. She's coming.
Oh, come on.
Looks to drop the button.
Cindy around holding that pitch.
This time she's just popped it up high. Cindy Porto, what a magnificent.
Out of the
9 strikeouts to 2. This time she just popped it into shallow infield. The shortstop fields it, fires it across like a... You see that at North Harbour. This one's hit hard into the...
A lot of big ones on here.
Yeah. This one's hit hard out to shortstop. She picks it up, fires it across. This one's hit again. And this time it can't be fielded out of shortstop. She did well to get across. Enjoy yourself. Runner on 1. Deanna Paul did a good job. 750. Gets better and better. And there we go. And she's going to increase that.
It's hard to drive in before the throw comes in, but it really pays dividends.
This time it's hit hard. It's the shortstop that can't field.
Replay, another beautiful replay. Ashley Salu.
Gets back, takes the pitch. Nice pitch high in the zone. Ball comes out of the sky.
Finished off.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Rotorua unable to get the job done. And they take Rotorua now, Manawatū, the victors. They'll head to the grand final.